What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. We are here for another installment into the extraordinary life of Emon. I am your host, and today we're going to go ahead and cover a controversial topic. It's all the rage on the internet right now throughout this country, so I'm sure you already guessed it. I'm talking about Roe v. Wade. But before we get into anything associated with that, if you guys are enjoying the content so far, if you're interested in what we're doing here, do me a favor, hit the subscription button down below, leave me a like on this video. Even hit the comment section, let me know, just say hi, share your opinion on the subject. I want to hear it. But that all being said, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of discussion today.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, unless you've been living under a rock this entire time, you already know what's going on. So I'm gonna give you a brief overview of it, and then we're gonna really go ahead and get into my opinion concerning it. Recently, the United States Supreme Court reversed Roe v. Wade, and this is serious. But before I really tell you what that actually means, let me give you guys a little bit of a refresher. For all my people out there who did not pay attention in social studies growing up, Roe v. Wade was the controversial landmark case that actually protected and guaranteed the right for a woman to choose. After it stood strong for 50 years, it was recently reversed and deemed to be unconstitutional. The world's basically going crazy over it, and they should, because this is very serious and it opens the floodgates moving forward into some other things, but that's a discussion for a whole nother time. Just in case you don't actually know what it means or how it all works, the Supreme Court basically gives its judgment or interpretation of a subject, aka Roe v. Wade, and they deem it to be constitutional or unconstitutional. If it's constitutional, obviously it's being recognized by the federal system, so everybody, all states are on the same page. They got to do what the Supreme Court says because it's being recognized by the federal system. If it's not being recognized, aka it is unconstitutional, it depends on what it is, but for the most part they're basically revoking its protected status. It actually brings that power back down from the federal system to the state system. That's like a good general understanding and overview of how it all works. That I could make a video about how the Supreme Court works and how state versus federal work. If you're interested, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll make it and I'll get it out to you. But that was a pretty rough general overview of it, and I hope it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. So now this enables each individual state to decide whether or not women have a choice. Numerous states, when it comes to this, have already had laws in place if Roe v. Wade were to ever fall. So now all of these new laws are going into effect, and it's by state. So each individual state may have something slightly different. So now it's even more important to check your state where you're at, because as of July 1st, things are changing. But it's not totally bad, because a lot of states have basically stepped up and stated that they're going to be what's considered to be sanctuary states. In other words, people from all over the US can actually go to these places and actually get these procedures done. So I think that this is awesome. There are even employers out there, big names, Google, Amazon, etc., who have stated that they're even willing to fund any transportation, housing costs associated with somebody who is in need of this procedure to go to another state and come back after they get the procedure done. Honestly, when it comes to this, in my opinion, it smells a little bit funny. I feel like something else is going on, and I ask myself when I'm listening to this and I'm reading through the articles and stuff, who exactly is this for and why exactly did this happen? Conveniently, this stuff actually started happening, well before it hit the mainline media, but there was always talks about it. But the census came out, and the recent census was just verified. So I'm wondering if this had if this had anything to do with that. And I feel like that this might have actually had something to do with that. I'm no genius and I'm no legislator, but I'm just saying, I think somebody somewhere is looking at the numbers, and I think that this is deliberate. I believe that there's possibly a communication issue, a population issue, or the way they did the census was just suspect. It just depends, honestly. No one actually cares about the census. People try, and I filled it out, but not everybody filled it out, because definitely if you're having immigration issues, they be dodging you like the plague. They ain't dealing with no census. But nevertheless, that's what I think. I think something funny is going on. I think there's something else happening in the background that obviously everyone isn't really in tuned about. So actually I ended up Googling, the rates associated with abortion and, Parent Plus and all of that. And it's actually been on the decline for many, many years when it comes to minorities. So again, I asked myself, who exactly is this for? Like, what exactly is happening? Because apparently people are being better when it comes to their activities and intercourse and parenthood, and because the rates show that there's been a decrease. So what's going on here? I don't know, but like I said, something smells a little bit funny here. Moreover, I even read concerning this that there's a possibility that even the results of a pregnancy that came about from a criminal action may still have to be held, aka that victim may still have to carry that child. And I hope that's not the case, because that would be insane. This is a very, very slippery slope in my opinion for the Supreme Court, and this ruling can actually set the stage for a lot of stuff moving forward. It's alarming to me because it's apparent that they don't actually care about the children. They don't care about the financial responsibility associated with raising children or having a baby. They don't care about the ability to take care of the baby or care for the child, or even a pregnancy, whether or not the pregnancy is viable or not. It feels like they just rushed this, in my opinion, and that's alarming. Plus, like I said, forcing victims to have to go through and have a child based off something that happened in a criminal capacity, I foresee an increase in mental health issues. I foresee an increase in the back alley pregnancy terminations that were in the past. I really see that this is going to be a slippery slope into something that can turn into something real bad very, very quickly. Like I said, I just feel like something else is going on here. I don't know what, but something else might be going on here. Moving on, I am a man. I do not personally have a skin in the game, to be completely honest. However, I do personally believe that women everywhere should be outraged. You guys should be banding together to stop this. I believe that this sets the stage for something potentially bad to go on, and it sets women back when it comes to society, when it comes to equal rights and women's suffrage. I think that this is a direct blow to them, and I am not for this. I truly do believe that all women have the right to choose. It's their body, it's their state of mind, it is their choice. I was reading some states are even considering making it so abortion is not only illegal, but it's a felony, and they're even petitioning to have it so healthcare providers have to report if you get an abortion or if you're pregnant to them. So HIPAA is just basically out of the window. Privacy is out of the window. That's another can of worms in itself, to be completely honest. So I'm not really gonna dive too much into that, but it's just food for thought. Like, look what this is bringing about. Like I said, this is a slippery slope and actually could be the beginning of a lot of scary changes coming in the near future pertaining to the laws that are getting passed. I know a lot of people are scared of politics, but we gotta at least band together and really say, hey, no, like, we need to be governed better than this. There is definitely a lot of legal litigation to come from this. I hope you're out there paying attention and definitely looking into a lot of this stuff because it's important. So to overall say my opinion on it, it actually truly saddens me, and my heart goes out to the people who are going to suffer for this. My women out there who are actually in it right now, who are dealing with contraception, who are dealing with, possibly having an aborted pregnancy or whatever the case. My heart goes out to you, and it saddens me that the government is trying to intervene and stop you from having that choice. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I believe it's a slap in the face when it comes to the American woman, equality, women's suffrage, all of that. I don't agree with this at all, and it goes directly against progress. That being said, what do you guys think about it? Let me hear it down below. Let me hear it in the comment section. Don't forget, if you can, subscribe. This has been another installment into the extraordinary life of Emon. I've been your host, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.